So welcome everybody. This is Andrew David Blake Newbar's High Performance Call. This may or may not be up on YouTube later on. And if it is, great. And if not, that's okay too. So this week we've been talking about your mission statement, your vision statement. We spent some time talking about the attractive character. And what we're referring to there, borrowed from Russell Brunson from .com Secrets, is how you position yourself for your brand, for your audience, right? That's what we're doing. How am I going to relay to my audience who I am, what I stand for, and how I'm here to help them? And so to pull that up and do a quick review, and I always, guys, as we do these, a lot of the theories, a lot of the training that I get for you, I get from other professionals, other experts, right? And does everybody remember what archetype that is, what identity that is underneath there? That's the the reporter, the evangelist. So I take their information and I share it in a way that I feel makes sense. In studying some of this stuff out, looking things up, and obviously reading Russell's book, but then looking in other places, the amount of individuals that have taken what Russell taught in that book and just straight copy pasted, right? With zero reference to who Russell was and where they got it from. Okay. That's called plagiarism, just so everybody's real clear. As you go and you create content, there's nothing wrong with borrowing from Blake, borrowing from Russell, borrowing from, I talk about Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. We've talked about all these different authors, different books, and different ideals. All of that stuff, use it, but reference back, especially if you're taking the position of, I'm here as the reporter, the evangelist. That helps you build credibility, right? Because I'm borrowing someone else's credibility. I'm saying, look, I'm in this learning process just like you guys are. Let me show you. Here you go, right? It's a great way to do it. But the amount of people that are writing just verbatim what Russell had written or others, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, guys, at least say, hey, guess where I got this from? So, okay. Quick review then. This is the attractive character. We have the elements of an attractive character. So no matter which identity you feel resonates with you, the leader, the adventurer, crusader, reporter, evangelist, or the reluctant hero, whichever one, wherever you kind of position yourself, these are elements that come out in what you post and how you interact with your audience. You can do that through these different storylines. And if you're wanting a little more info, I've given the slides for this. I'll give it again. Watch the other videos, go read .com Secrets. A lot of it's pulled from there. Then I got into talking about how to connect your attractive character, your vision, your mission, how to put those together, what a mission statement is, questions to ask yourself, all of that. Okay. So on that note, I've got a couple of people that sent me some stuff. So we're going to start there. If you've got a mission or a vision statement that you want to talk about, or you got a post, then we can bring that up. But I'm going to start with a couple that were sent. What is the name of that font on page one? I don't know. Let me see. Oh, that one. I'm not sure. That's an image, Hartley, that I pulled from Russell. So I don't have that font. It's just an image that I copied and pasted. So, all right. We're going to pop in here though. So I'm going to share first. I'm going to do this. And then I've got the one, Sam, are you good with me sharing the mission statement here? Okay, I'm going to pull that up.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so mission statement she's got, and I know it's kind of hard to read for you guys. The mission of my company business is to provide real estate agents with the proven, professional, state-of-the-art techniques, specializing in marketing, listing, and selling of new and resale luxury homes using social media, which in return can increase their followers and turn their leads into actual customers and sales. Okay. So let me copy that and I'm going to paste it here so it's a little bigger and everyone can see it. All right. So I'm going to do this. Okay. Here we see that a little better. I'll make that just a little bigger. Okay. The mission is to provide real estate agents with proven professional state-of-the-art techniques, specializing in marketing, listing, selling new and resale luxury homes using social media, which in return can increase their followers and turn their leads into actual customers and sales. Okay. I've got some thoughts. Does anybody have a comment for it? The mission statement, as a reminder, is the purpose of the mission statement is ultimately the product or service you deliver, the audience you deliver it to, and the problem it solves, right? The product, the problem, the audience. Anybody want to comment?
Andrew, I have a comment.
Sure.
There's an inconsistency between the mission statement and the vision, because he uses the word luxury homes, okay, which is a very select group of people, but he says everybody deserves a home. That doesn't
Right.
agree.
Okay. Well, the vision can be overarching, right? So, and we're going to get to that. Every family deserves a home. Let's make sure we keep working on it. Let's focus on the mission right now. I agree. If we're looking at everybody deserves, and then we're talking luxury, it's a little bit different. It is. And honestly, as you guys are doing this, if real estate's a niche that you're working in, there is a difference in how luxury real estate agents work versus, you know, a real estate agent that's working with, say, a first-time home buyer that's looking for a median or even below median rate home. But let's focus here, guys. Mission of my company business: provide real estate agents with proven professional state-of-the-art techniques, specialize in marketing, listing, and selling luxury homes using social media, increase their followers, turn their leads into actual customers and sales. Anybody else have a comment? Does this address what she's got, who she's doing it for, and the problem that she's looking to solve? Does it address that?
Yes.
The problem, I think it is being addressed in the last part, though indirectly. And when she says that which in return can increase their followers and turn their leads into actual, means this, the problem is they don't get many followers, many leads and
Right.
conversions.
Okay, so you're almost explaining what it's solving before you're explaining what the problem is. So just part of what I would say is simplify it. And that's probably going to be something that we talk about in a number of different ways. It has all of the elements, but then it's got a bit extra that may not be needed, at least for right now. At the moment, guys, one of the key elements that we need to hone in on with almost all of this stuff, instead of making it more flowery, we want to make it more simple, right? For the most part, at the moment, we want this to be as utilitarian. I can't even think right now. We want to make sure that it's simple and can be utilized, and that's what you got.
So Andrew, question: Are you saying that it's just too much information, that you're giving too much away of what you're doing?
It's a little too wordy for what you're doing, and just so. All right, so we have real estate agents, but then you're also saying luxury real estate, right? So pick one or the other kind of thing.
Okay, I see.
And then professional state-of-the-art techniques, specializing in. So I would just say marketing techniques, right? Now you're not really helping them with listing and selling. What you're helping them do is the social media, right? So it's how to bring in buyers and sellers using social media. And so that's kind of what you're doing. So what I would do is identify the problem. Currently, the struggle is the social media. So how do I word it? And this struggle with social media, guys, is going to be, at least for the beginning, unless you're going overarching, where your company's going. Some of you, I know, kind of have that when you're looking at, I don't know if someone put that in to the.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're on. So let's see. Okay, so like Richard here, and we'll dive deeper into it, but like you see how his vision is a little bit more to help, communities and customers with the help or health and everything. And same way you're moving towards, like with this vision, is a little bit broader than just the resale, which is okay if we're looking at the overall company eventually getting into not just luxury, but other elements of real estate. Great. If every family deserves a home, then, maybe one of my niches into the future is going to be credit. It's going to be, mortgage. It's going to be all these other elements that will help get families into homes. That's great. But what I would look at initially is trimming this down just a little bit to make it a little bit more simple, so that people, when they come, especially if we're going after luxury real estate, it's the struggle they have to utilize social media to overcome this idea that I can't put a $1 million, $2 million, $4 million home on social media because it's Facebook, right? So it's almost some of that. Does that make sense, guys? Does anybody else have any thoughts on on what we've got here with Samus? No, nobody. Need the dash after state. It's a 4-word phrase. Yeah, I mean, there we go. State of the art. There we go. All right. Everybody cool with that? Okay. Group,
Thank you.
we
Thank
have,
you.
you're welcome. All right. So Richard, we're going to start with the mission here. Pop this in. Get this stuff out of the way. Anybody have questions? This is interactive today, guys. Work with me. Ask me questions. Talk. All right. To provide every health and fitness company with the tools and training to harness the power of social media to grow their business and realize their potential.
That's neat.
Yeah, I think it's straightforward. Health and fitness
Like that.
company, tools and training, power of social media, grow their business. So either identifying the problem or just exact, result that you're looking to get them, right? Short-term result is what we're doing here. Because then with his vision, he's got a little more long-term, which is great too. Okay, so now in doing this, as you're working on this mission and this vision, if this is what I've got, this is what I'm doing, then I know everything that I post, I can say, all right, is what I'm about to post going to help this fitness company with, am I giving them a tool? Am I talking to them about social media? Am I helping them realize their potential? Right? Hartley, yeah, absolutely. But he's from England too. So technically he's correct, at least as far as what he's got it written. But sometimes I will tell you guys one thing, grammar sometimes, if you've got something written incorrectly, can increase your engagement, because then people start looking for it and they get through all of your marketing copy, right? Just as that's a trick that a lot of marketers use. They will do things incorrectly at times just to kind of create a few extra, hey, you missed this. Hey, you forgot this. You used this wrong word. You didn't capitalize this proper noun, blah, blah, blah. And then people will go through your entire ebook or all of your sales funnel just looking for that stuff and end up buying because the marketing copy is good. So just a little thought. All right. So can everyone imagine though, is if you've got a mission statement written out that's clear like this for you, how this can help with what you're posting every day? Because it helps me know, is this going to help that health and fitness company? Is what I'm going to put out there going to do something? Mike?
Yeah, I was just going to interject there too, because one of the things that I started doing after we went through this the other day, I've kind of put some things down just in correcting mine, because you had said mine was a little bit too long. So I kind of stripped it down and came back, and I'm recreating it based on bullet points. So I take bullet points of the 3 areas that you're looking for: the product and service, the audience, and the problem it solves. And then building a mission statement off of that. But what I developed in doing that was just an awesome little list of bullet points that point to that, so that I can then use those in constructing posts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I'm trying to find some examples. All right, here, we're going to run through some of these. And yeah, Rick sharing from Nike and Disney. Absolutely. So here, JetBlue, to inspire humanity, both in the air and on the ground. Like, what they're trying to do. They want to make flying humane, right? Tesla, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Want to get you there faster. And really, if you look at what they do, they want to get you there in style. TED is all about spreading ideas. So every event they do, every action that they have is about spreading ideas. LinkedIn is one of the examples I used the other day. Connect the world's professionals, make them more productive and successful. Right. So you could almost say the same type of, to connect luxury real estates with their customers using social media. There you go. Right. To build the web's most convenient, secure, cost-effective payment solution. PayPal, Amazon. I'm laughing because I'm looking to be the Earth's most customer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online, endeavors to offer its customers the lowest possible prices. Even if that customer is, the US government, they're trying to get a huge contract from them, right? I mean, whatever. Asana, to help humanity thrive by enabling all teams to work together effortlessly. They are a cloud-based kind of project management type service, kind of like Skype and Slack and other things like that. Bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, along with, if you have a body, you're an athlete, Nordstrom. So one way to kind of do this, guys, I've given you some tools. We have some questions here that you can answer. Look up. All I did here is I looked up great mission statements. So you've got, here's examples you need to see. Here's 27 examples. Here's 51. Just look at some of them. Pull some of them up, right? Google, organize the world's information. Can you say what you've got, what your company's mission is in almost a bullet point? Here you go. Straight, simple. This is who I am and what I'm trying to do. Okay.
Andrew, could you go back to your last page, please?
To this one? Or no, or my
that, yeah. What is it? What website is that?
I just Googled, I looked up great mission statements. So that one that I clicked on is 18 inspiring mission statement examples. That's from BLULEADZ is the blog.
Thank you.
Yep. But again, guys, what I'm trying to do is come up with a mission statement, a phrase for me where I can say, this is who I am, what I want to do. Does anyone have any questions about mission, vision? I've got one more to pull up. I think Denise posted that. Anyone have questions? Somebody share with me what they thought about the attractive character, how they want to position themselves. Did anyone think a little bit about that?
I'm a reluctant hero, definitely. Forced to be a leader.
Okay.
Which I hate doing.
But hey, I may not want to be here, but I've spent enough time, enough money, enough effort. Let me share some of what I found. Right.
I have a question.
Andrew, go ahead.
Okay, Jeff first.
So if I'm doing this inside of my digital marketing agency, is it all right to craft a mission statement for my overall agency and it still work, or do I need to have a specific mission for this business?
No, I think this fits in with your digital agency, right? And there's a couple of you on this call right now that's the case, right? The partner program fits with, if you've got a digital agency, this is a piece of, it's a service of, a tool or a product that's included in the overall digital agency. So what I would do is say, this is what I want, my digital agency to be. Now, me personally, right, as an example, I've got the digital agency. I happen to have a partner with that, right? We only work with a couple of niches. We don't do others, just straight refuse to do others. I don't want to work with other types of industry. We've got addiction recovery centers, and there's a couple of others that are kind of a periphery on that. We've been approached by, recently, car dealerships with multiple locations. I don't want to, because I don't want to have to come up with other content and manage other stuff. I don't want to have to retrain the team. So I've got that, right? I've got a mission statement. We got a mission statement there that's geared towards, helping those facilities service their patients and reach them using the internet, right? And then, and part of that mission is to be more cost effective than our competitors, because the pricing for many digital agency companies in different industries is bonkers to me. It's absolutely crazy. And then on the other side, personal development wise, I'm kind of in the process of rewriting my mission, my vision, where I want to go, why I want to do it. And I want all you guys to think about this. You're going to have these days where you get a little frustrated. You have days where you don't want to do things. You're going to have days where you're looking at things like this mission statement or vision statement. You're going, why am I spending this extra time? I just want to launch my damn funnel. why do I need to do this? I've got posts that I can use. Why do I have to figure all this out? You don't. Okay. Be real clear. You don't have to do all of this if you don't want to. Now, if you're looking to build something that's stable, that's going to last, that's going to get you through 5 years and 10 years and beyond, that you're going to truly step out and make a difference, that's when you sit down and you go, my overall goal is to achieve something. And I want you to sit and I want you to imagine. And so those of you that have a bigger vision, go ahead and do this with me for a moment. Whether you want to close your eyes or not, I want you to imagine the faces of those people that will be benefited when you achieve what you're looking to achieve. Who is it you're looking to help? Now, if you're focused on those businesses, that's great. If those businesses serve others, what do they look like? Samuel was talking about every family being able to get a home, right? I work with addicts. I work with addiction recovery centers that are working with addicts, people that struggle with alcohol or drugs that need help, damn it. And if I'm going to be lazy, if I'm going to sit here and I'm going to allow the ups and downs, the nonsense that I deal with, the procrastination that I deal with, that sitting in and analyzing things too much instead of taking action, if I allow that to slow me down, who's going to take longer to be helped? Because eventually they may be, hopefully. But what if I am able to help my customer create an ad or create a campaign that gets in front of the right people to help them in the time that they really need it? What if I'm able to do that? What if I'm able to help that family get into a home that is going to make a difference? What if I help that real estate investor find somebody on Facebook that helps keep them out of getting foreclosed on, which could damage their life for the next 7 to 10 or 13 years or whatever? Some of you guys that are working in health and fitness, right? That was Rick's. How can we help other people in communities? So those days when you're sitting frustrated, that's when you coming up with your why. This is what I need to do, right? This is what I've got to do this, and this is why, and it's bigger than you, right? So that's what when you guys struggle with, the extra vision and mission statement and coming up with your attractive character, how big do I want to make this? And is it just about making a couple of bucks, selling a couple of things, or going beyond that, right? So, all right, does anybody else have any questions on attractive character, on their brand overall, their brand, their niche, the message too, right? I think we had one more.
Me.
Andrew, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Maria.
No, go.
So we'll do Maria, and then I think that was Forrest's voice, right? And then after that, Denise, we'll pull up yours that you posted. Okay, go ahead, Maria.
Well, I have like 3 or 4 questions, but I'm going to be fast. First, my concern is like at the time that I add my prospects, like the people that I've been engaging, like in the groups, and I think you saw one of my posts yesterday in Miami Realtors, and then I am afraid that at the time that I add them, they are going to see that my profile is completely almost completely in Spanish, and that I'm not in the US. I don't know. I feel I am afraid that they are going to be spooked.
Okay, real quick. Did you say you're posting in a group of realtors from Miami and you're concerned that you speak Spanish?
No. I post in Miami, Houston,
Okay.
all
Miami and Houston. And you're concerned that realtors that are active in Miami and Texas are going to see you speak in Spanish and be concerned with that?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the first times I was in Miami, this is when I still had a clean restoration business, and before smartphones were even out, I still had a flip phone. We were using maps. I was down there throughout the week. I needed to find a hotel to go stay in. I walk into a gas station to ask about where some hotels might be, and everybody speaking to me in Spanish. Right? Now, granted, I speak some. I speak Portuguese. I end up speaking a little bit of Spanish. But if I walk in, would you immediately just assume that dude's speaking Spanish? Probably not. But in Miami, you're speaking Spanish. In Houston, there's a good percentage of the population that is speaking Spanish, right?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Post on your page English and Spanish. Do both. If you guys are bilingual, then run with it. that expands your market. It doesn't diminish it at all, right? Now I could, if I'm working with, look, let's see, Justin's got his microphone on. Justin, you speaking Spanish?
Not at all.
Okay. So if I came to you as a marketer and you're trying to get into market areas like certain elements of Texas, California, Arizona, Florida, you got a product you want to sell there. And I say, hey, I can help you not just reach those, English speakers, but I speak Spanish. We can help target them. And I lived in Brazil and was married to Brazilian, speak Portuguese. I can help you, get into all of those markets. Would that be a benefit to you?
Absolutely.
Now, all of a sudden, you're willing to talk to me a little bit more because, hey, maybe I've got a little different perspective than, just the good old boys that all they do is speak English, right?
Okay.
Look for things that you have, right? A lot of times, guys, these weaknesses that you think you have, you just need to turn it around, make that part of your story. Some of you guys who, I'm not a techie. I'm not good at technology. Well, guess what? A lot of your target audience isn't either. So that now I can become, the adventurer, or what I can share with you my journey in how I'm learning technology and sharing that information with you, right?
Okay.
That's part of what you guys are doing. So, all right.
And I have the last question is in Colombia, I did the real estate sales course, and I'm kind of an agent here in Colombia.
Okay.
But I want to the only way that I think or I see that I can just attract customers or leads is that if I share my experience as agent or helping buyers to get homes. And
Why?
I am going
Are you trying to teach them to be an agent, or are you trying to help them with social media marketing? What's the goal with the partner program? Are you trying to teach them to be a better agent, or are you trying to help them with social media marketing?
With social media, yeah.
Okay.
But
So
I don't
then
know, maybe I'm confused.
you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Whether or not you've sold homes in the States is completely irrelevant.
Okay.
Right?
But what if
you don't need, I've never run an addiction recovery center. I've never had a drop of alcohol, a cigarette, or a drug in my life. Do I have to do that in order to understand what my audience needs to, what that business needs to do in order to reach its audience? Do I have to do that? No, I don't. But what I do need to do, remember, one of the top 3 things that I say skills people need is research. Blake talks about listening to your audience. Your audience is the realtors. Their problem is social media. Their problem isn't closing a contract. If they've got a contract in hand, they can handle that. That has nothing to do with what you're doing. What I'm trying to do is help them change their social media so that they know the process digitally of how to interact with their client.
Okay, but how then do I hook them up? How do I get their attention, to pay attention to me and to go to my page?
By talking to them about their problems and helping them solve their problems. And their problems are, they don't know anything about social media. Right now, if you're answering other questions that are in there that talk about marketing, that's helpful, right?
Okay.
So, there's some training inside the partner program, and what you do in groups and those engagement posts. But what your role is to build awareness. In order to build awareness, you're only going to pay attention if I'm talking about your problems. People don't care about your experience unless your experience is relevant to what their problem is. So you closing a home, especially if you're new, doesn't have anything to do with them learning digital marketing. If you talk about helping the companies that you've worked with get leads using the internet, now all of a sudden you're relevant. Right?
Okay.
Can everyone see how that clicks?
Yeah.
Maria, we'll come back to, I want to hit Forrest, and then I want to get to Denise's niche there. So Forrest, question for me.
Half of what Maria asked was exactly what I was going to ask, especially when it comes to persona and lingo, because I am an actual DJ myself for 41 years.
Right.
I know equipment. I know the wedding scene. I know the scene where I can feel with other companies what they're going through, so I can share my story. My question is that too much information, just like you said in your mission statement?
It depends on you. It doesn't have to be. So this can be, are you setting yourself up as, look, I'm going to help you. I've been in the business for 40 years or 30 years, and I'm going to show you, start to finish how you can become one. Or, hey guys, I understand you may have already been a DJ for 10 years or 20 years, and you may have gotten all of your business from this or that, but hey, life's a little bit different. Let me show you how I made this transition, how social media is going to help me, and how I can help it help you.
That,
right?
yes.
So
Okay.
I'm still or the reluctant hero, but I've got a base of knowledge. Now, if you've got that knowledge, then yes, leverage it. If you don't, then that's where you need to spend more time getting connected to your audience and their problems. Yeah, absolutely. Hartley saying, sharing your story, because that's one of the biggest things inside the reluctant hero here, guys, right? Or the attractive character are the storylines, loss and redemption, or, I started from nothing, now I'm here, right? Started at the bottom, now we're here. We don't have to, build all that up. You get that reference for us, right?
Okay.
So let me share all my discoveries throughout. Here's some of my backstory. Here's what I've done, right? That's where all of that comes in, right?
Okay.
Wherever
Okay.
your level of experience is, guys. All right, so here. Denise is pretty straightforward, because I know, this is looking at initially one niche and then diving into more, but there you go. Connect with your customers through social media branding, right? So the only thing I would say is how you're doing that. The only thing I would add is like, I've got tools or training or whatever. But,
Okay.
and if you want to specify a little bit who it is you're helping.
While doing social media.
Well, so this is, hold on, Forrest, this is Denise's mission here.
Oh, I apologize. Okay.
The only thing I did not include who I was helping, because I wanted it to apply to anyone I helped.
Okay.
So it would be
Right,
like,
so
I start with real estate and then maybe I move into another realm after. So I wanted to keep the same.
So, which is great behind the scenes for you, because this, look, I'm looking to help these small businesses. So almost for you personally, and then what I would look at is kind of, what does this look like for you? Or at least you don't necessarily have to include it in the vision here, but define it for yourself. What's it mean to be the trusted social media marketing? What am I looking to do with these small businesses? What problem am I helping them solve? So their social branding is that problem. And then if you get to the point where you're sharing this with anybody, right, at some point, or just the message that you put out, make sure it speaks to a specific audience at that point, right?
Okay.
So I'm targeting, if it's real estate again, because that's what we've been talking about. So I'm just making sure, all right, am I helping them with their social media branding, or am I all over the place, right?
Andrew.
Yes.
Sorry, can I just comment on top of that?
Yeah.
And tell me if I'm right or wrong. A lot of people, when you say social media, whatever, especially when you start targeting professionals, they think automatically about their friends. And it's a small little sample of people that they inherently believe that they can address, but in actual fact, they're not addressing the whole population. Are there words that she can use or I can use in that mission statement that make it sound so much bigger?
I don't know if maybe I'm just not understanding when you say make it sound bigger. What do you mean? Do you want it to sound bigger, or you want them to not? Are you looking to help them understand that it's not just for their friends when you're talking social media? So like if I'm dealing with a mechanic, I don't want him to think it's just about, okay. So you could say that, right? How to use social media to expand their client base, to sell more cars, to sell more homes, like how to leverage Facebook into providing more clients for your business, right? So that would be, as I'm talking to an audience, I want them to understand that it's not about because that's a problem that a lot of you guys have. When we talk about social media and running the business, some people, well, I don't want my family to see this. Okay, this has nothing to do with your family, right? It has nothing to do with your mom or your sister or a friend seeing whether or not you're promoting, unless they happen to be a real estate agent or someone that owns a motorcycle business or someone that's
I think we lost Andrew.
I don't think he can hear that he froze. I'm not sure.
How do you know it was just him that froze? Maybe I
Because we're
froze.
talking.
I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Me too.
Same here.
Being an IT guy, I don't know.
Brother.
Guys, I have a question. Is it a good idea, like to one day, one post in a group say, hey, I have this product that, okay, Andrew's back.
all right. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. My internet just cut out. So what I was saying is part of this will depend on who you're talking to, where you're talking to them, right? So if I'm inside a group that is completely connected to, like, it's full of fitness professionals, then I'm talking to them and there should be the assumption that, hey, I'm going to help you with your business marketing in that regard, right? And if I'm just on my page and my page is geared towards real estate agents, then I can talk about agents, but I'm going to mention their business. I'm going to talk about how they can use what they've got now to, instead of targeting friends and family, actually getting clientele. And so part of that, Hartley, it's a great point. Part of it in your, and in your marketing, in your headlines, yes, I would reference their business. I would help them overcome what is probably an obstacle mentally that some people have of, hey, social media is for friends and family. Hey, how about instead of social media for being just for friends and family, what if we could turn this into a lead machine for your insert business, right? Insert blank business. And so that becomes part of the dialogue that you have with them, either in the headline or in the content, right? So it's finding ways to do that that grabs their attention. And maybe we need to dive a little bit more into headlines again here soon. But does that make sense? Hartley, does that answer some of the question in a way?
Yeah, I heard a few good words in there that would definitely help. I think you got my message though.
Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, even just saying tired of, real quick, even just saying tired of social media being only about friends and family. Would you love to get actual business from what you use Facebook for? Let me show you how, right? So that becomes part of, like, this is the whole reason I'm here, is to teach you how to use social media to get people to call you or get people in the door or get them to click on your link. Let's talk about how to do that, right? Oh, but my family. Hey, if you want to turn family into clients, that's great. Let me show you how to use it to do other stuff besides just family. Okay, Maria, go ahead. And then if anyone has kind of a last thing, then we can cover that. But I got to wrap up. I got an appointment here in a little bit. Maria, go ahead.
No, I was just going to compliment that what Hartley said about, like, promoting your funnel, your product. Is it wise? Because I've seen that Blake in the program says every Thursday, or I don't know, whatever day of the week, you would say, hey, I have this product that can help you with this problem and blah, blah, blah. Is that wise or no?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it depends on how often you're posting, but there's a great book by Gary Vaynerchuk where he's talking about jab, 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 hook, right? It's content, like value, offer.
Okay.
Value, offer, at least a 3-to-1 in that regard, right? Because you don't want to be offer, buy my stuff. But at the same time, you don't want to only offer it once a month and where no one knows what you really have. You've got to make sure that they understand. You got to make sure that they know what problem it solves, how you help them, that's taking them through the whole know, like, and trust funnel. Okay. Guys, if you have more questions about mission and vision, feel free to post it in that Skype chat, message me privately about it. Tomorrow we may go over a little bit more, but I've got some other stuff that I want to share. Next Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday, Steve Sims will be on. We've got some other stuff coming up. I've got some other guests. Go out, make sure that you're doing what you need to do. Find those little bucket list items, start checking those off. I know some of you guys are doing that. I'm excited to see it. So keep yourselves rolling. Go have an awesome day. We will talk with you soon. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you,
Take
Andrew.
care.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.